Every December, the same voices fill our homes, our cars, our grocery stores. But have you ever wondered what happened to the artists behind your favorite Christmas songs? Today, we're unwrapping 15 Christmas hitmakers from their then, when their holiday classics first dropped to their now in 2025. Hit the subscribe button because this musical journey is about to get festive. Starting at number 15, we've got America's original idol, Kelly Clarkson. Kelly released Wrapped in Red in 2013, and the title track became an instant modern classic. With that powerhouse voice belting out original Christmas material, Clarkson proved she wasn't just covering the classics, she was creating them. The album went platinum and her Christmas specials became annual events. In 2025, Clarkson is 42 and currently dominating daytime TV with her Emmy-winning talk show while still releasing music. Her latest album dropped in 2023. She still performs Christmas music every December with viral Kellyoke covers, tour regularly, and has launched a home goods line. At number 14, we've got the Biebs himself, Justin Bieber. Mistletoe dropped in 2011 when Bieber was just 17 years old with that baby face and swoopy hair that made teenage girls worldwide scream. His album Under the Mistletoe debuted at number 1, making him the first male artist to debut at number 1 with a Christmas album. The song was sweet, innocent, youthful pop perfection, Bieber looking like an actual Christmas cherub crooning about young love under the mistletoe. At 30, Bieber is heavily tattooed, married to Hailey, and just welcomed his first child in 2024. He's currently taking a break from touring to focus on fatherhood, dropped singles in 2024, and rarely touches Christmas content anymore. The twist: Mistletoe still makes him millions in streams every December without him lifting a finger. That's passive income. Number 13 brings us to the powerhouse with the Christmas whistle tones, Ariana Grande. Ariana released Christmas and Chill in 2015, but her real Christmas moment came with Santa Tell Me in 2014. At just 21 years old, Grande had that signature high ponytail, cat-eye makeup, and a voice that could hit notes only dogs could hear. Santa Tell Me showcased those incredible whistle tones and became an instant Gen Z Christmas anthem. She looked like a modern Audrey Hepburn meets Mariah Carey, bringing fresh, youthful energy to Christmas music. At 31, Grande just starred as Glinda in Wicked, 2024, earning Oscar buzz with Part 2 coming in 2025. Her album Eternal Sunshine debuted at number 1 in 2024. She's launched REM Beauty Empire and moved away from Christmas content. The surprise? She went from Christmas whistle tones to movie superstar. She's transcended holiday music entirely. At number 12, we've got the man who literally becomes a meme every November, Michael Bublé. Bublé's Christmas album dropped in 2011 and has since sold over 15 million copies worldwide, becoming one of the best-selling Christmas albums ever. Songs like It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas and Holly Jolly Christmas showcased his ability to honor classics while making them feel fresh. He was the modern Bing Crosby, making Christmas classy again. At 49, Bublé is currently touring with Higher, judging The Voice, and hosting variety specials. But every November, Michael Bublé waking up memes flood the internet as his Christmas album re-enters charts like clockwork, making him millions annually. He's embraced being the Christmas guy and built a merchandising empire around it. At number 11, we've got the a cappella group that conquered Christmas, Pentatonix. Pentatonix released their first Christmas album in 2014, and their cover of Mary Did You Know has over 650 million views on YouTube. Fresh off winning the Sing-Off, they were bringing intricate harmonies and beatboxing to Christmas classics, no instruments, just 5 voices creating magic. They looked young and hungry, revolutionizing what a cappella could be. Their Christmas arrangements were complex, emotional, and went viral instantly. They made a cappella cool again, especially during the holidays, with arrangements that seemed impossible without instruments. In 2025, despite losing original member Avi Kaplan, they're on their annual Christmas tour, released their 6th Christmas album in 2024, won 3 Grammys, and built their entire brand around Christmas. Their catalog has billions of streams, and they release new holiday content yearly, selling out arenas every December. Number 10 takes us to the eternal Christmas earworm, Wham!, and the late George Michael. Last Christmas dropped in 1984, and George Michael was just 21 years old, gorgeous with those soulful eyes, perfect hair, and a voice that could break hearts. The song became an instant classic with melancholic lyrics about heartbreak set against jingly sleigh bells. Michael looked like a movie star in the music video, all 80s fashion and dramatic romance in a snow-covered cabin. George Michael passed away on Christmas Day 2016, making Last Christmas even more poignant. But the song hit #1 in the UK in 2021, 37 years after release, and generates millions for his estate and charities. It's become TikTok famous with Gen Z discovering it. At number 9, we've got the original holiday hitmaker, Brenda Lee. Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree was recorded in 1958 when Brenda Lee was just 13 years old. A 13-year-old created one of the most enduring Christmas songs of all time. Lee was a tiny powerhouse, only 49 tall, with a voice that sounded like it came from someone 3 times her size. At 80, Lee watched Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree hit #1 on Billboard in December 2023, 65 years after release. She's mostly retired but makes special appearances and collects massive streaming royalties. She recorded it at 13 and Gen Z is now making it go viral. That's legacy. Number 8 brings us to the voice of Christmas, Bing Crosby. White Christmas was recorded in 1942, and Bing Crosby's smooth, warm baritone made it the best-selling single of all time with over 50 million copies sold. Crosby was Hollywood royalty, the biggest star of his era, with slicked hair, perfect suits, and a voice that felt like a warm blanket on a cold night. His delivery was effortless, nostalgic, and captured the longing of soldiers overseas during World War II. White Christmas wasn't just a song, it was comfort during wartime, hope made audible, featured in the film Holiday Inn where it first appeared. Crosby passed in 1977, but his estate earns millions annually from White Christmas. His Christmas specials still air, his music dominates classic playlists. And technology has brought him back through holograms. He's been gone nearly 50 years, but his voice is Christmas. Every time someone dreams of White Christmas, they hear him. That's immortality. At number 7, we've got the voice that could shatter chandeliers, Céline Dion. Céline's These Are Special Times Christmas album dropped in 1998 at the peak of her Titanic fame, featuring Oh Holy Night, which showcased her incredible 5-octave range. She was everywhere: glamorous gowns, powerful voice, and elegance that made her Christmas album feel like a gift from royalty. Her version of Oh Holy Night is considered one of the greatest vocal performances ever recorded, with runs and power that left audiences speechless. At 56, Dion is battling stiff person syndrome, a rare neurological disorder affecting her ability to perform. She made an emotional comeback at the Paris Olympics in 2024, but touring remains uncertain. Her Christmas album still streams heavily every December. Number 6 takes us to the man who made Christmas groovy, Jose Feliciano. Feliz Navidad was released in 1970, and Jose Feliciano, a blind Puerto Rican guitarist, created the most joyful bilingual Christmas anthem ever. At 25, Feliciano brought long hair, dark sunglasses, and a folk rock sensibility to Christmas music. The song was pure joy, simple, catchy, with that distinctive Latin rhythm and warm voice, singing in both Spanish and English. He was already famous for his guitar work, but Feliz Navidad was something special. It united cultures through barely any lyrics and infectious happiness. At 79, Feliciano still performs select concerts while Feliz Navidad streams over 300 million times annually, generating significant royalties. The 3-minute song with simple lyrics has made him millions and united cultures for 50-plus years. He created Christmas's most inclusive anthem, proof that Christmas music doesn't need complexity, just joy. At number 5, we've got the voice that narrated our childhoods, Burl Ives. A holly jolly Christmas, and his role as Sam the Snowman in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, 1964, made Burl Ives the voice of Christmas for generations. With his white beard, round belly, and gentle folk singer voice, Ives looked like Santa's younger brother. His warm, grandfatherly delivery made classics like Silver and Gold feel like being wrapped in your favorite blanket. Ives passed in 1995, but Rudolph airs annually, introducing new generations to his voice. His songs stream millions of times every December, and his estate earns ongoing royalties. He's been gone 30 years, but kids today grow up hearing him narrate Rudolph. He became the voice of Christmas tradition itself. At number 4, we've got the one-hit wonder who created millions, Bobby Helms. Jingle Bell Rock dropped in 1957, and Bobby Helms, a 25-year-old rockabilly singer with slick-back hair and smooth country rock voice, created what would become one of the most played Christmas songs in history. He had a brief spotlight moment, but Jingle Bell Rock would define his entire existence. Helms passed in 1997, having spent his later life performing Jingle Bell Rock at small venues while watching it become massive commercial success he barely profited from due to bad contracts. The song now generates millions in streams, appears in countless movies, but Helms died relatively unknown. At number 3, we've got the voice, Whitney Houston. Whitney's Christmas performances in the mid-90s were peak Whitney. Her Home for the Holidays special showcased the most powerful voice in music history performing Do You Hear What I Hear? And holiday classics. She looked like royalty in elegant gowns with that megawatt smile and a voice that could move mountains. Her Christmas performances were events showcasing vocal acrobatics that made other singers cry. Whitney brought gospel power to Christmas classics, making every performance feel like church and concert combined, hitting notes that seemed physically impossible. Houston tragically passed in 2012 at just 48, but her Christmas music streams heavily every December. Her hologram has performed in residencies and her vocals are studied by aspiring singers as the gold standard. A 2022 biopic introduced her genius to new generations. Even in death, her Christmas performances are considered untouchable masterclasses. At number 2, we've got Mr. Christmas himself, Andy Williams. It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year became Andy Williams' signature when he first performed it in 1963. Williams was the smooth crooner with perfect television presence, impeccably dressed in sweaters and suits with a voice that was warm honey. His Christmas specials ran for years on NBC, making him synonymous with holiday television. Williams passed in 2012, but It's the Most Wonderful Time streams hundreds of millions of times annually and appears in countless commercials. His Moon River Theater in Branson continues operating and his Christmas albums remain bestsellers every December. He's still Mr. Christmas 13 years after death, his voice is the holiday. And finally, at number 1, the undisputed queen of Christmas, Mariah Carey. All I Want for Christmas Is You dropped November 1st, 1994, and 24-year-old Mariah Carey, with gorgeous curls, that tiny dress, and those whistle notes, created the most successful modern Christmas song in history. She was already a massive star, but this song would eclipse everything. The music video featured her dancing in the snow, looking like Christmas fantasy come to life, while her voice delivered runs and notes that seemed superhuman. The song was instant pop perfection, catchy, powerful, joyful, with a melody that burrows into your brain and never leaves. At 55, Carey has trademarked Queen of Christmas. Every November 1st, she posts It's Time, and the internet explodes. The song makes her approximately $3 million every December. She's currently preparing her annual Merry Christmas One and All tour, has Christmas merchandise, streaming specials, launched Black Irish whiskey, maintains Vegas residencies, and she owns it. She doesn't fight being Christmas, she is Christmas. And there you have it, 15 Christmas hitmakers from fresh-faced debuts to now in 2025. Some still perform, some passed on, but their voices echo every December. Some became memes and some became queens who literally own entire seasons. But all of them gave us the soundtrack to our holidays.